tell me something. Your free service about your Cryovac machine?
Yes.
I love that machine. Can you tell us, what do you need?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Can you tell us, that's a free service, right?
Oh, absolutely. No, vacuum pack or Cryovac is a technique used to seal meat or anything against oxygen. It's a vacuum pump that will draw all the oxygen out of the Cryovac or vacuum pack bag, apply a heat seal to the end, and thus you end up with a completely sealed product inside that can be stored for 2 to 3, 4 times as long as it would ever last in a bagged situation.
Okay, so for example, you got a steak, and you've cryovac'd it. How long does it last in the fridge and or freezer?
In the fridge, you could probably let that, depending on how long it has actually been aged outside, before you vacuum packed it. I mean, a good steak or roast should be, anywhere 21, 24, 28 days. But you could probably double that.
Really?
Yeah, you're going to get...
in the fridge?
In the fridge, that's right. And in the freezer, 2 to 3 years without noticeable deterioration of quality. It just, as long as you do not break the seal of that Cryovac bag.
So if somebody comes into your shop and says, you know what, Mike, I want this, 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 and this, and I'm going to cook this tonight, and they'll have the rest Cryovac. You'll do that for a free service.
We will do that as a free service.
And they can put that in the freezer up to a couple of years. That is fantastic.
Yes.
And this Cryovac machine, I've seen it. It's not the little machines you get at Costco. This is a professional grade Cryovac.
It is. It does a very good job of drawing all the oxygen out of the bag. We use 3 mil bags as opposed to the 1.5 to 2 mil that are in your shelf top situation. So it's again 50 or 100% thicker plastic, which means it's more robust. It's
sure.
It'll take the little knocks that you get inside the freezer without knocking a hole into it, and we've all seen that situation where a bag has lost its integrity and oxygen is introduced, and you get the freezer burn starting.
Yeah.
And that quite often will happen without ever you seeing it in the freezer, and you end up with a product that is questionable, that you don't really, you end up wasting it. You throw it away, and there's nothing worse than that. If you can easily double your food costs if you end up throwing things away, and it's just. But we will definitely Cryovac anything the customer would like as a free service. Just again, we have the machine. We have a commercial supply of the bags, meaning we get them a whole lot cheaper than over the counter, and just something we'd like to do to be different.
Yeah, but that's a unique service that not a lot of people are offering.
Not very many.
We got to admit that. I mean, for a when a family sits down and plans out their budget. They can count on, when they buy that meat, they can count on saving that meat and keeping the integrity for a couple of years.